The next match will be the winner bracket final between Kappa, oNio, Scrapie and kubayz. And we have a warm-up round here before we start the match. The first map will be Matangi, made by Loku Buddha. The world record is by Scrapie, 1 minute 36 hundredths and 2 thousandths. So let's see if he can do well on this track. He did really good on this track in the winner bracket semi, I believe. So it's clear that he is pretty comfortable on it. As we see some images of it right now. And we still have a couple of more seconds before the warm-up round is over. His opponents, of course, Kappa, oNio and kubayz, who I still haven't seen in this match. Is my microphone muted? It shouldn't be. Can someone give me confirmation if it's muted? But anyways, that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, so we are starting this winner bracket final. Yeah, it's on, so I don't know what those people are talking about. Maybe they had their own sound muted. But let me just fix the HUD on as well. There we go, so live into the first round, and let's follow kubayz from Czech Republic, plays for Esuba. Going into this match, I would say he's the underdog, but reaching the winner bracket final is no easy task, so maybe kubayz, maybe I'm sleeping on kubayz here, so we'll see what he can do, but he won't get that good of a start though. He's behind both Scrapie and oNio. Kappa though is at last place, another Czech player. Scrapie of course from Belgium, and oNio from Germany. It's Scrapie versus oNio for first place. With kubayz 1500s behind, Kappa 1 second behind. Scrapie with slightly more speed going down the hill. kubayz also catching up to oNio, and he will pass him as well. Bad turn there from oNio, who goes down to third place. Scrapie now versus kubayz for first place as kubayz clips the wall. Coming up to the drop here, some people will go for the wall hit. oNio will do that, and he's gonna pass Scrapie because of it. 0.81 by oNio versus Scrapie with 0.89. That finish is pretty interesting. The wall hit is definitely a bit faster, but it's also pretty random. You never really know what kind of bump you will get from it. But that time it paid off for oNio, who will get the first 10 points. Scrapie with 6, kubayz with 4 and Kappa with 3 points. But it's clear though that Scrapie is feeling comfortable on this track, as we see Kappa with another slow start. He got the world record, and if you take a look at the Dedimania at the lower right corner, we see that the second fastest time is 0.53. Scrapie with 0.36. That's a huge gap between first and second place, which indicates that Scrapie has figured out this track. He knows something that no other player does, because that is a huge time difference. And that's definitely why he's so good on this track in these rounds. And he's gonna go up to first place again, builds up a significant amount of speed, much more than oNio. kubayz is at third again, but this time not able to pass oNio. Scrapie looking good as we are nearing the finish again, but let's see if oNio can do another comeback here and then, going for the wall hit, and he won't. Scrapie comes back just before the finish with more speed and will take first with 0.73, oNio with 0.84, kubayz with 0.87, and Kappa with another bad round finishes at last place, and only with 6 points so far. kubayz with 8, oNio and Scrapie sharing the first place. As we start the third round, oNio going for a slightly different trajectory compared to the other players. Goes for a bit more speed than the other ones. Goes up to second place. Scrapie still in front, but not anymore. Good turn again from oNio. Kappa this time avoids crashing in the start, so he's also in the middle of the pack. But right now it's oNio in the lead with 500 ahead of Scrapie. Scrapie on the attack, but won't have as much speed as oNio again. Coming up to this important part of the track. This time though, oNio able to do it much better. So he's keeping his first place for once, ahead of Scrapie. Kubayz at third, and it looks like Kappa has fallen down again. Kappa with a horrible start to this winner bracket final. Coming up to the ending, oNio will go for the wall hit, and he will be successful. 0.64, top 6 Dedimania time from oNio, wow. So a great effort from oNio. It's gonna put him at first place now. No longer tied with Scrapie, he's at 26 points, Scrapie with 22, kubayz with 12 and Kappa with 9. But right now it's oNio and Scrapie on their way to qualify to the grand final. Also, one thing worth mentioning is that the point limit is actually set to 120 for this winner bracket final. I incorrectly thought that it was only set to 120 for the grand final, but turns out it's also set to that in the winner bracket final. So that means the match will be a bit longer. And that will give the players an opportunity to build up a bigger lead in front of their opponents. So it takes a bit longer for them to also reach finalist status. oNio is doing a good job of that at the moment. He's again placed at first place, 800s in front of Kappa, who's at second, kubayz at third, and it looks like Scrapie has made a blunder. He is 1.5 seconds behind, but oNio is looking strong, about to win his second round in a row. 7100s in front of Kappa now. Let's see if oNio will still go for the wall hit though. I feel like he shouldn't. There's not really any point in doing so. And oNio very smartly agrees with that and will save it and take first place with 0.70. But really good consistency coming out from oNio at the moment. Setting times under 101 in every single round, I believe. So he's in the lead now with 36 points, Scrapie with 25, kubayz with 16 and Kappa with 15 points. Oh, and it's another bad start from Scrapie. 2 mistakes in a row now. Kubayz at third, Kappa will join up with oNio and also pass him. Oh, but that was not good. No, actually it was. I thought oNio would come back much quicker. He will come back though with more speed, but Kappa still in the lead with a few, maybe thousands of a second, but now it's hundreds. As we come up to this long stretch again, it's so important to build up the speed here. All four players doing it equally well, I believe. Kappa still in front with 1300s. oNio though with that wall hit strat hidden in his pocket. He can still come back from this. Let's see what will happen. Kappa will also go for it, and I think that was wise. Had he not gone for it, oNio may actually have passed him in the end, but Kappa will be able to improve his score a bit. Now up to 25 points. kubayz at fourth with 20, then Scrapie at second with 28, and oNio at first with 42 points. Amazing start for oNio in this winner bracket final. Moving on to the second map, it's going to be not that one, this one, Kranich. The authors are Mero and Ace, and the world record here is not by Call Jr., it's actually by Pack. 101.83 set in the time attack seeding of this qualification. I keep forgetting to update the graphics. Someone remind me of that as we wait for the next match, I guess. But yeah, this map is a bit longer. The longest one, I believe, 102, so stamina is gonna play an important factor. It's not the hardest one though, I would give that to Kuss. The map made by Kappa himself together with Tween, who is one of the invited players. So of course we have a bit of a warm-up round again. We can take a look at the Dedi just to see what the players in this match got. We see that Scrapie is at top 2 here with 0.89. So another good map for Scrapie, at least on the paper. oNio is at top 9 with 102.04. kubayz at top 12, 102.05, and then Kappa with 102.09 at top 17. But that's gonna be the end of the warm-up on this second map, and we are about to start this winner bracket final once again. oNio in the lead with 42 points, really good first map for him. 50 points is the max, so as you can tell, he almost had a perfect score. Scrapie at 28, Kappa at 25, and kubayz at 20 points. So I'm very interested to see now if there he is, if oNio can repeat what he did on the first map. You can see him getting the best start and then goes down as he hits the wall. So not a good start this time for oNio. So let's see who will take those 10 points instead. This landing here is very, very important. You can see Kappa there had the best landing, and you can extend your lead quite a lot if you do it well. So that's an important part of the track, maybe the most important one. Kappa currently in the lead, but Scrapie with good speed in the uphill, catching up to him and also overtaking Kappa. At least for a brief moment. kubayz in the meantime has fallen down slightly. That's gonna maybe allow oNio to get one more point in this round, but right now it's Kappa and Scrapie for first place. Very, very tight battle. Kappa currently keeping that first place with 200s as we come up to the ending. Kappa with more speed, and as long as he doesn't hit the wall, or the edge rather, he will take first place, which is exactly what he does. 102.18, 800s ahead of Scrapie. This finish is not really that difficult. The key is just to exit with as much speed as possible in the turn before that stretch leading into the finish line. Kappa goes up to second place now, 35 points, 1 point in front of Scrapie and 11 points ahead of kubayz, and then 10 points behind oNio, who is still in the lead, but didn't get much points in the last round, which allowed the other ones to catch up to him a bit. Looks like Kappa has made a major mistake. He's gonna be behind with 3.5 seconds. He's not winning this one. Instead, it's Scrapie who is on his way to take the 10 points. oNio is behind with 1400s, and then kubayz with 2800s. Oh, Scrapie almost lost his grip. I think, yeah, he did lose a bit of speed there. Had his maybe like 2 out of 4 wheels not on the ground. So that's gonna allow oNio to get a bit closer, but he's still behind it with 1100. Scrapie should take this one, as again the finish is not too difficult. 102.19 by Scrapie is a good time. oNio as well performing good with 0.25, kubayz 0.50, and Kappa 1 minute 10 seconds, 4300s and 8000s. oNio keeping that first place, but Scrapie is getting closer. Only 7 points behind now. Kappa at 38 and kubayz at 28. As we begin the third round out of 5. Here's the drop again. Really important to get a good landing. This time only kubayz did it a bit slowly. Otherwise it's a close pack of players with oNio leading the group. 300 ahead of Scrapie. This is another important part, I think, with oNio doing it the best. So he's gonna be in the lead now with a bit more. 1300 says the checkpoint, but it might be a bit more in the next one. Actually, it's not, because Kappa did that next turn really well. So he's only 400s behind now. All 3 players keeping their grip. This could go either way, but right now, advantage oNio as we come up to the last turn before the long stretch. Who's gonna build up the most amount of speed? It's Scrapie, maybe? No, looks like it's gonna be oNio. And oNio will stay in front. Takes first place with a time of 102.14, 400 ahead of Scrapie, 900 ahead of Kappa, and 3100 ahead of kubayz. Really good round. With that, oNio now with 61 points. Able to make the gap a bit bigger. Down to second place, Scrapie with 50, Kappa with 42, and kubayz with 31. oNio almost hit the wall. Gonna go down to last place, but in the drop passes kubayz. However, kubayz with the better landing, so oNio back to 4th place again. Scrapie in the lead, Kappa at 2nd, though kubayz is challenging Kappa at the moment. And also Scrapie, in fact. kubayz needs the points, otherwise it might be already over for the Czech player. Can't afford falling behind too much on in the scoreboard, but That's exactly what he does in this round, though. He's down to 3rd place again. Can kubayz maybe win this one? Whoa! Wow, what an amazing part there from kubayz. All of a sudden, he's in front with 1100s. What happened? kubayz now on his way to take 1st place, but here comes Scrapie with more speed! And Scrapie will overtake kubayz just before the finish line. And he's gonna take the 10 points instead. A bit unfortunate there for kubayz. He had that round, but slightly mistimed that last corner. And Scrapie could sneak by. So Scrapie now up to 60 points. Only 5 points behind oNio, who's still keeping that 1st place. Kappa with 45 and kubayz closing in on Kappa, now at 37 points. This time oNio with the best start. Of course wants to make that lead bigger. This is a close round so far. kubayz though going down in the left turn. It's gonna join up with Scrapie. We have a bit of a division between these players. oNio and Kappa making one division, and then kubayz and Scrapie another one. Although Scrapie will actually drop down even further. So kubayz now alone at 3rd place. Kappa in front of oNio, nearing the finish. oNio will not be able to build up more speed, and Kappa, who jumps into the finish at 1st place, 102.15. Good time again from Kappa, and that's gonna be the end of this map. oNio keeping 1st place, but the other one's definitely getting closer. Scrapie at 63, Kappa at 55, and kubayz at 41. And again, the point limit is set to 120 for this winner bracket final. Also, at the same time as this match, I believe Orcs are casting the loser bracket semi, although they are actually in the spec mode for this match, so maybe they decided to actually still cast this match. I'm not sure. But whatever is the case, we are moving on to the next map. This time it's called Unstoppable. The author is Amdy Point, and the world record is by the Spanish player Javi Flyer, who drives for Planet Key Dynamics. 1 minute 4 seconds and 27 hundredths is his time. You can take 2 different finish lines here, I believe, as we are soon finishing off this warm-up round. Again, let's just take a brief look at the Dedimania record. We see that Scrapie is at top 5 with 0.34. oNio is at top 11 with 0.50. And looks like both Kappa and kubayz are absent from this top 30 list. So that could mean that they aren't as practiced on it, or it could mean that they just didn't set their personal bests on a server with Dedimania installed. Alright, end of the warm-up, and we are continuing this winner bracket final. oNio in the lead with 71 points, Scrapie at 2nd with 63, Kappa at 3rd with 55, and kubayz at 4th with 41. Top 2 will advance to the grand final, and the other 2 will drop down to the consolidation final. Here we go, following Scrapie, who gets the best start just in front of oNio. kubayz and Kappa 3rd and 4th. Neck and neck here between Scrapie and oNio early on. Different lines, Scrapie with more speed than oNio, so he's gonna go up to 1st place. In fact, also Kappa passing oNio, and where is kubayz? He's nowhere to be seen. He is almost 3 seconds behind all of a sudden, so kubayz more and more looks to not be able to take top 2, as we also see Scrapie going down by clipping the wall. Kappa has also extended his lead over oNio, so it looks like Kappa will take this one, and with that might pass Scrapie, we'll see. Kappa will have to make a mistake to lose his 1st place. oNio too far behind as we are coming up to the ending. a platform leading into the finish. Kappa will make it 104.66 and he's rewarded with 10 points. oNio will get 6, Scrapie with 4 and kubayz with 3 points. Scrapie was able to still keep that second place, 2 points ahead of Kappa. But this could be pretty exciting between oNio, Scrapie and Kappa. But again, still a lot of points left to be played for, with the point limit being a bit higher. It's another modest start from kubayz, not able to challenge the 3 players in front of him. Oh, okay, oh, alright, that was really close by oNio. Not the best line, but somehow able to sneak through it. Kappa drops down, so that's gonna be good for Scrapie and oNio. They can build up a lead over him. Scrapie currently occupying first place, but oNio in close pursuit, only 400s behind. That was a bad part from Scrapie. And now oNio will take over first place instead, just before the finish line. Can Scrapie pass him in the end? No. oNio with the faster finish will take the 10 points. 104.68 was his time. Defeated Scrapie with 1200s. Kappa then taking third, kubayz at 4th place. oNio with that up to 87 points, Scrapie at 73, Kappa at 69 and kubayz at 47. Starting the 3rd round. And now kubayz with a good start. If he's thinking of a comeback, then this would be the right timing for it. oNio will be positioned at 4th place, but only 1300s from reaching first place, so this is more than doable for oNio to come back. Let's see kubayz with a blunder and another blunder as he hits the wall afterwards. So oNio passes him, kubayz again at the bottom. Kappa now over the jump in the lead as we see Scrapie getting the landing bug. I think he had his back wheels landing on the border and that's why he got it. So he's also out of the picture. It's Kappa versus oNio, with Kappa having a significant lead. And he's able to defend that first place, 104.67 in front of oNio with 0.79. kubayz and Scrapie both with pretty slow times. And now Kappa is up to 2nd place with 79 points. Scrapie with 76 at 3rd. kubayz with 51 points. Kind of no more in the race for top 2. Then oNio, of course, at 1st place with 93 points. And he's also at 1st place through the first couple of turns in this next round. Mousepoach own oNio, not that far away from reaching the grand final. Would love to be able to secure one of those 2 spots into the main event of ESWC. Of course, there will be another opportunity next week if he doesn't make it now, as we see Kappa now dropping down where kubayz dropped down in the previous round. kubayz able to go through those turns untouched. He's now in the lead, in fact. But a good turn from oNio puts him just behind. Scrapie is also still up there, can still maybe take first place. oNio now slightly ahead of kubayz. kubayz would love to get this first place, but oNio is in front of him and oNio will build up a bit more speed. And another first place going oNio's way. 104.53 this time. Really solid time. And also from kubayz and Scrapie, 1100s between that top 3. Only Kappa being a bit behind. One more round remaining of this map. oNio now having surpassed 100 points. Kappa with 82 still keeping a small lead over Scrapie at 2nd place, and then kubayz at 57. kubayz needs to continue setting those kind of times. That time he set, 0.60, that would have given him first place in most of the rounds, but oNio just did a bit better than him. If oNio can also win this round, that means that if he wins the first round of the next map, he would be finalist, so that would put him in a good position. But right now, Kappa is denying him that. He's in front with 200, Scrapie only with 6, and kubayz with 1400. Scrapie will hit the pillar. Scrapie with a blunder, and oNio crashing after the jump. So he's not gonna be able to do what I just said. Still gonna get 4 points though by the looks of it, as he's still in front of Scrapie. Kappa though will take that first place, 104.62. kubayz with another second place. And so we see the result now as we move on to the next map. oNio has reached 107 points, Kappa with 92, Scrapie with 83, and kubayz with 63. And it looks like the next map will be the map that no one seems to like. It's Kuss by Tween and Kappa. The world record is by Scrapie, 103.33, and also 3000s. Yeah, this map apparently is the most difficult one. I saw it in the winner bracket quarterfinals, and every single round had a crash from pretty much all the players. So that might be what's in store for this winner bracket final as well. I believe the reason why this one is so hard is just because there's a couple of spots here where if you don't have enough speed, you won't make it through. And that's pretty hard to do sometimes. A lot of these corners are not easy. These players definitely make it look easy, but if you play it yourself and you don't have any experience of this game, you're gonna be behind with like 10 seconds. So it's a really hard course, as we see the players finishing off this warm-up round. To be fair, I haven't played this map, so I mean, maybe if I played it, I would love it. So I'm just basing it on like what the players have said. I don't mean that it's a bad map, just that it's a very challenging one, which isn't a con. But anyways, we're gonna start the first round. oNio is potentially only 2 rounds away from reaching finalist status. If he wins this round and the next one, that would make it so. But right now at second place, so able to pass, I believe it was Kappa who got a pretty big bump. And he's gonna drop down to 4th place. oNio now up to 1st place all of a sudden with 2300s. Not sure what he did there, but it's clear that he did it well. So this is exactly where oNio wants to be still. Quite a lot of map left to be played. That one also seems pretty risky, since you have to kind of drive over the borders, and driving over the borders in this game is always a bit of a risk. If possible, you want to avoid it, and I feel like oNio maybe could avoid it now, since he still is in the lead with the 1500s coming up to the ending. Also important that you build up good speed. oNio will go for the risky finish, 103.77. Maybe felt like the others were pretty close to him, and wow, that was an extremely close round. 4100s between all 4 players, but only oNio going for that right finish, I believe, which is why his time was so much faster. So oNio now up to 117 points. He basically only needs to finish this round and he would be finalist. So he's in a very good position. Kappa at 96, Scrapie at 86, and kubayz at 69, as we see oNio going down. But yeah, he's just gonna focus on finishing this round. Of course, he would have loved to take 1st place. That would have been the best scenario, but it is what it is, and I'm sure he's still pretty confident at the moment with this lead. Meanwhile, we see that Kappa will build up a bit of speed and extending his lead over Scrapie, 1200s in front of him. Kubayz, nowhere to be seen again. He's far behind. As we see Scrapie overtaking Kappa in that small downhill. Last turn as well. Kappa with a huge bump. And I think Kubayz did pass him. Yes, he did. So Kubayz with some bonus points that he didn't really expect to get. And with that first place, Scrapie is gonna catch up to Kappa again. Only 4 points behind, as we see oNio being finalist. Match point for oNio. If he wins, he will be in the grand final. And from the grand final, of course, top 2 will advance to the main event, taking place in October in Paris, France. Not the best start from oNio, but still, I would say he got the chance here. Oh, but not anymore though. Clips the wall in the next corner, so oNio not able to take advantage of his first match point. Kubayz will crash. I mean, yeah, of course, if Scrapie and Kappa also crashed, then maybe oNio could still make it, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. And of course, Scrapie and Kappa, they know that they just need to avoid crashing here to make sure that oNio doesn't win. And they shouldn't really focus on like catching up to themselves. They should just focus on denying oNio first place. As Scrapie makes a huge crash, but Kappa did not though, so Kappa will deny oNio first place in this match, collecting 100 points, and that puts him at 110. So Kappa, in fact, only 2 rounds away potentially to take first place in front of oNio. But still, oNio the only finalist. Match point attempt number 2. Oh, bad start from Kappa. Mistimed that first turn. So he's behind with 2100s. Good start this time for oNio. Could this be it? Oh no, it's not gonna be it. Massive crash from oNio before this important drop. And attempt number 2, also a failure for Mousepoach oNio. See now, yeah, no, Kappa is behind, so I mean, that means that oNio will get a 3rd attempt as the only finalist. But he can't afford these kind of mistakes forever. At one point he needs to take first place. And we still got one more round on this map after this. Oh, as we see Scrapie crashing a lot. Kubayz is actually at first place in front of Kappa, who did that early mistake. So Kubayz gonna go up to 89 points, and actually Kubayz is catching up to at least to Scrapie, who's not doing well on this track. And here's oNio finishing the round just to stay warm. Some players, if they crash when they are finalists, they would just retire. But I feel like it's maybe a bit smarter to still drive the round, just so you keep yourself warm for the next attempt, which will start now. So match point number 3 for oNio. 3rd time's the charm is how the saying goes. See if that's gonna be true for oNio. Again with the good start, and this time will pass that corner. So oNio now on his way to take first place. Kubayz not able to make the jump, so he's out. It's up to Scrapie and Kappa now to deny oNio first place. oNio comes back here with more speed than Scrapie, so he's still at first place, but not with that much, only 500s. oNio needs to take some risks, and he does. That was a good part from oNio. He's now in the lead with 1200s. Kappa and Scrapie falling behind. Let's follow oNio here as he's on his way to the finish line. We'll see if he will go for the jump as well. Maybe Scrapie and Kappa will go for it as well. Here we go, last turn. oNio with good speed, I think he's gonna make it. He goes for it, and he does. 103.73, and that's gonna put oNio in the grand final. So oNio will be one of the 4 players that will get a chance at qualifying to the main event. As we move on to the next map, Kappa 1 point away from being finalist. That is a bit frustrating for sure. Still though, 10 points in front of Scrapie, so he will get at least 1 attempt before Scrapie is also finalist. Kubayz at 93 points. Let's find out what the next map will be. Looks like it will be Blizzard, made by Sparko. The world record is 59.838 by Massa. And we have another warm-up round. This will be the last map we're playing on. Let's take a look at the Dedimania again. As we see here that Kappa is at top 4 with 59.87. And he's the only player out of these 4 under 1 minute. Scrapie is at top 7, 100 above it. Then kubayz at top 13, 0.06, and oNio at top 16, 0.08. So maybe based on that, oNio is happy that he was able to close it out on that previous map. And Kappa did do pretty well on this map in the match I cast previously. I can't remember if it was the quarterfinal or the semifinal, but I think this is a pretty good thing for Kappa. I'm sure he's feeling pretty confident as we are about to start his first round. He knows he got a very good time. He's already played on this map and done well. So he got all the things going for him. Now it's all about making it a reality as well. As we go live into the first round here on this, is it 4th or maybe 5th map? Not sure. Kappa 1 point away from being finalist. Needs to finish the round and he will make it happen. But he would love to take first place here and then also to see Scrapie taking 3rd. So that he could maybe potentially get 2 more or 1 more attempt as the only finalist. And he will go up to first place. Nicely done by Kappa, but Scrapie fights back. Back and forth with kubayz also in the picture. He's only 800s behind. Oh, that was not good though from Kappa. Maybe went a bit more to the left than he should have. That's gonna allow Scrapie to build up a lead off. 2300s, not many turns left to go. I don't think Kappa can come back from this. kubayz has also passed Kappa. So Scrapie will take first and Kappa will take 3rd. So this is like the worst that could have happened to Kappa. But he's gonna be finalist at least, and there's gonna be 1 more round for Scrapie since he is now at 119 points. And kubayz at 99. So match point now for Kappa. We already know that oNio will be in the grand final, but 1 more player will join him from this match. Will it be M&M Kappa? Did not get a good start though. He's 1400s behind Scrapie already. Of course, the pressure is extremely high at the moment for all these players, especially Scrapie and Kappa. Scrapie knows he needs to take first place, and Kappa knows that he won't have that many chances to secure this first place, and he will crash. Awful, awful crash there from Kappa. He's gonna retire as well. And Scrapie will join him now as finalist. kubayz at 99 points. Yeah, I mean, if kubayz wins, I think he needs to win 3 rounds in a row, then he would take 2nd place here. But I'm gonna say that will be a bit unlikely because he's not been able to set the same type of times as Scrapie and Kappa. So here we go, 2 finalists. Who will take 2nd place and a spot into the grand final? Let's find out as we follow Kappa into the next round. The last round he had a really bad start. And this time maybe a bit better, but he still falls down to 2nd place. Scrapie in front of him with 400s. kubayz down to 3rd place. Oh, what a big bump there from Kappa. And he's gonna retire as well. He doesn't even want to try anymore. Kappa has retired and now it's all up to kubayz. He needs to pass Scrapie to prolong this winner bracket final. Oh my god, that was so unfortunate for Kappa. kubayz is not really catching up either. Scrapie on his way to reach the grand final. 1100s ahead, up on the platform. Kubayz goes too wide. Scrapie still in front. Kubayz still coming back with more speed. Still a bit of hope here for Kappa. Kubayz needs to take a risk here in the ending. Scrapie still in front with 500. Coming up to the last turn. Kubayz go for it, and he will pass. Kubayz with the amazing finish. He will deny Scrapie a spot into the grand final. Holy macaroni. And now Kappa must feel really lucky, because he will get one more chance. Scrapie and Kappa still finalists. Kubayz, can he make it again? That is the question. He's one round away from also being finalist, and he gets the better start. Will we see the comeback here from Azuba? Kubayz taking advantage of the pressure that Scrapie and Kappa are feeling, but then he goes down in the next turn, and Scrapie as well! Scrapie is down and Kappa is the only one remaining! What a turn of event here! Kappa will take second place. It seems Kubayz is way too far behind. Wow! Kappa so lucky that Kubayz was able to take that first place after his crash, and then now we see both Kubayz and Scrapie crashing. 9500s ahead. Kappa is extending his lead, avoids a no drift in the end as well, and Kappa, against all odds, will take second place. Wow! What a finish to this winner bracket final. Let's make a quick summary here. oNio, of course, dominated and deservingly took first place. And then that finish was insane. Kappa somehow able to take second place. Scrapie will go down to the loser bracket, to the consolidation final, and so will Kubayz. They will still have a chance to reach the grand final, but that's gonna be it for the winner bracket final. I'll be back soon with the next match.